adjust to that fourth or fifth dimension, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, how could you remember a perception that you can't perceive? You know.
God calls my soul, but Thin Lizzy calls my song.
There you go.
And one time I had to go under like that. The nurse came to get my wife and said, "Your husband is hilarious." I don't remember any of it.
Oh.
So apparently I'm very funny under anesthesia.
Well, you seem very charming now, so maybe we need a little more anesthesia, and we'll try out full improv.
That's right.
Excellent.
Hey.
Okay. Enough yapping. We only have 2 hours, which means we got to get down to the brass tacks, right? Whatever that means. Hi. I got to introduce myself because there's new people. They can call me Corb. I've been doing I've been professional GMing for 5 years-ish now, and I've been doing teaching, producing, whatever, theatrical improvisation and other theater stuff and comedy for a decade and a half or something like that. So now I teach these workshops, amongst other things. And I'm just here to teach you, or to help you, or to work with you, or to just be present and witness you perhaps exploring yourselves a little, being a little more vulnerable, and so on. But we'll get to the details in the future. For now, we also got some returning faces, so I want to check in with them. Hi, Craig.
Hello. Long time no see.
Hi,
Yes.
Craig.
Hello. How we doing today? Good to see you again too.
It's been a hot minute. Yeah, it's good to see you.
Yeah. Good.
How what's pinging around in your brain today? Anything you were looking forward to indulging in?
I don't know. I mean, characterization is always something fun to work on, but yeah, whatever. With so many new faces, I would feel bad if I tried to take up too much of the time. Let's see what we got. Have some fun.
Don't want to monopolize,
Yep.
but
Yep.
a little characterization. Got it.
Yeah.
We should hop over to Elena now so we can spotlight the rat that's in her
Oh,
hands.
yes. This is my puppet master.
Ferrets and rats.
This is Sour. And
Amazing.
she's old. She's an old lady. And she has a funny
It's
little
lady
waddle
rat.
walk.
What is old for a rat?
Old is over 18 months. Most rats in the wild only live to be like 18 months old. But these
Wow.
girls are 3 years old now, so they're
Oh my God.
very, very old.
Oh.
But really spry. I let them free roam a lot, so that's why their like legs are still good and they're still active. Pretty happy.
But
Good
with
job.
all of the attack ferret mems, do you have ferrets too?
No, I don't like mustelids.
Okay.
Not a fan. But
Completely different type. Yep.
yeah, but they're cute though. I like other people's ferrets.
A very specific preference. But I
Okay.
must ask, do you have any specific preferences for this workshop?
I do love character work. I'm always trying to
Okay.
be present. I'm always trying to like not over explain and not like hijack the scene with my own crazy tilts. Just the general stuff.
All right, some tempering. Some tempering
Yes.
today,
Tempering
perhaps.
is good.
Yes,
Temperance.
we can do some tempering. And we also have Elias, who's back for the second time.
Hey.
Couldn't get
Yes.
away from it, eh? But you did move to a new locale. I
no,
see
I
you're in the
couldn't.
room of polyhedrons now.
They're not swimming in a void.
Yeah, I decided to add a background, so there's a little more going on, and my ADHD players love it.
And I only have one polyhedron. You got like 50. Anyways, what is there anything you wanted to focus on today?
But just a bit of physicality.
Okay.
Physicality.
Getting the body moving. Okay, I'm seeing a trend here. All right. But we also got some new faces, and I don't know what to expect from them, or I don't even know much about them. Hi, Shannon.
Hello. I'm Shannon. I've got into playing TTRPGs late in life, so I've been playing for a little over a year, and starting to get into GMing. But all of my characters that I play tend to be one layer, right? kind
Okay.
of gruff, deep voice, no matter what kind of character it is. So I'm looking to try and mix it up more, especially since I'm going to start GMing. I want to create more character types.
Just wanna solidify, feel a little more confident in your NPC work, so to say. Let me ask you something, and you might not have an answer for this. You're saying your characters feel one note, and you're talking mostly about like vocal, like physical aspects of them. They
Yes,
all sound like this. Is that what I'm getting?
they all
Something like
sound
this,
like this.
like they're about to interrogate the Joker. Got it. Uh, what do they also like feel the same? Like, do they care about the same things? Do they feel the
Yeah.
same way about people?
So they have their own personalities.
Hmm.
Just the mannerisms and the voice tend to be the same.
So there's an interesting thing there where like sometimes it's people have trouble because they're not giving different personalities and that's making them one note, and sometimes it's because they have difficulty connecting that personality to a voice. So I'm glad we got that
That's
figured
mine.
out. We can work on that. Connecting voice to motivation, or character, well, and characterization in general. All right, and finally we got Jay. Hi, Jay.
Sorry, please let me know if you can't hear me because my headset is dying.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, no problem. We'll do.
Okay.
For now, we can.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
How you doing? What's your role play or improv or whatever experience?
Yeah, so I am a GM,
Hmm.
primarily.
Oh, yeah.
I've also I was part of the improv society at my university when it was running.
Ooh.
Um,
Ooh.
but it wasn't very consistent. So I
Yeah.
want to be,
That's
yeah.
a lot of improv clubs are like that.
Mm.
So you're a theater kid. You're a theater kid, and
Well,
you
I
like
wouldn't describe myself that way because I'm very shy.
those aren't mutually exclusive. In fact,
Okay.
often they, it's that drama that allows you to open up, right? And that's what feels nice. So we can indulge in that. And that's also why I like to sometimes I get requests for like one-on-one coaching, but pretty leery about that because really what we're practicing here is being vulnerable in front of each other. And you can't do that without having spectators, so to say. Uh, as for GMing, do you mean you're like a professional or just like,
Yeah.
just want to GM?
Yeah, on
Okay.
SPG and also other stuff. But yeah.
Is that also the case for you, Shannon?
So I just started GMing. I've only done one session.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
right.
So I'll ask both of you, either of you or both of you can answer. What is the? Well, I guess we got the answer from Shannon. You feel like your voices are one note, so I'll ask you, Jay. What what do you feel is, if there is anything that's particularly lacking in your role play abilities or your storytelling or whatever?
I think I would probably say like I don't think my NPCs are very consistent.
Hmm.
So I think I struggle to like keep their motivations in mind throughout their appearances.
All right, no problem. Okay, we got I think we got a pretty strong theme going here. The theme I listed for this, the focus for today was being specific and conjuring specifics. We can play into that while adopting the rest, but I think we're going to pivot a little because I think you all want to work on what is essentially the same thing, which is making a character choice and then fully embodying it, right? Embodying a character, committing to their story. There's way too many aspects of that to encapsulate in one workshop, that's for sure. But I think we can get to the basics of like taking physicality specifically and using it as kind of a dimension to define the rest of a character and return to that character, be consistent. Okay. Now that I've said that to you, but also to myself, now I know where we're going. So let's do it. I start all my workshops the same way, but I think which is, we're gonna warm up. We're gonna do like a drama kid warm up here. So if you'll just follow along and humor me, trust me, this is the good stuff. We're gonna indulge a little more than usual in it because we're practicing physicality. So don't be afraid to be big about it, because also what we're practicing is performing in front of others and being vulnerable on camera. We're all practicing being silly and feeling a little silly. So first, we're just gonna get our lungs and our body ready. So pull your shoulders back, pretend there's a string on the top of your head. Sit up straight, like you just had your 5th grade teacher chastise you, and breathe in. Pull down on your diaphragm and feel your rib cage expand. You want to bring that air all the way to the bottom of your lungs. This is probably more than you usually breathe, and that's why we're practicing, but once you get good at holding this, you get way better at projection. All right, breathe out. And breathe in again. And breathe out. And you can feel when you really want to stretch your lungs there, you're like pulling back your whole body naturally. So just remember what that feels like. It's a good mode to get into. And one more time, breathe in. Puff out your chest. And this time when you exhale, vocalize it and shake it out. Shake it all out. Get it all out there. Shake your, hold on, we're going to do it again. Don't just shake your head, shake your chest too. We're shaking the whole upper body here. We're emptying it all out like a bag of M&Ms.
Oh.
Great. Okay. Now we'll just warm up the face, this whole area here. So first, let's relax our jaws, and Elena's already into it. If you rub your hands back and forth really fast, get them nice, warm, almost toasty. And then use them just to massage your temporal muscles here on the side, because what we want to do is really relax the jaw. Get it nice and loose. This helps calm you down, which is nice, and it also just makes your body ready to move it in any direction. If you can press your tongue to the top of your mouth, keep it fully pressed, not just the tip, and then open your jaw, you have a fully relaxed jaw. You should be able to move it freely with your hand without using your muscles. This might take a little practice to know what this feels like. All right, as for the rest of the body, just move your face around in different configurations, like you're trying to entertain a child, you know? Don't have to do the hand tricks, but move your eyebrows up and down. What does that feel like? Flare your nostrils, if you can. What does that feel like? Open your mouth wide. Make it small. Move your jaw all around, forward, backwards. These are all different configurations you can use to change the shape of your voice, to make different decisions about character, and to communicate to other people what you're feeling. All right, and finally, let's just get our face really wide, because this is a very engaging thing to do, and psychosomatically, I think it makes you feel excited about where you are. I know it helps me. Put your eyebrows up, do a huge smile, make your eyes wide. Ah! And go, ah! Scare your roommates. Okay, great. Let's do some basic vocalization, or some verbalization now. And I want you to repeat after me. But while we're doing this, I'm going to be watching you repeat after me. I want you to really over-enunciate, like you're in a lip-syncing competition or something, and you really want to convince people that you are lip-syncing as hard as you can. Like, indulge, eat those words. This is going to be a recurring theme here. Whenever I'm like, indulge in your words, this is what I mean. I'm reminding you to go back to this. Take your time, eat the consonants. Feel how they move around in your mouth. All right? Now, shoulders back, puff out your chest, speak and project as if you're speaking to the back of the room, and over-enunciate. These are my cucumber sandwiches.
These are my
cucumber sandwiches.
Get your hands off my cucumber sandwiches.
Get your
hands off my cucumber
sandwiches.
All right, not bad. We're going to do one at a time now, because I told you, we're indulging deep in this. So, Elena, you first.
Okay.
Just hit me with the cucumber sandwiches again. Go ahead.
Cucumber sandwiches.
Oh, you're muted.
Elena.
Oh, shit.
Gotta get that timbre.
I've been muted this whole time. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Cucumber sandwiches.
Great. Now, I like the flaring of the eyes. All right, Craig?
These are my cucumber sandwiches.
Not bad. You're puffing out your chest. Nice. See if you can move with the words now. These are
Oh.
my. Yeah, really. make
These
a full
are
body.
my cucumber sandwiches.
Not bad. Slower. Again. Slower.
These are my
Indulge more.
cucumber sandwiches.
Bigger mouth.
Or bigger mouth. You want more resonance in there?
Yes.
All right.
Like you're eating the biggest burger of your life.
Get your hands off my cucumber
Body. Don't forget the body.
sandwiches.
Okay,
These
sorry.
are my cucumber sandwiches.
I'm picking on Craig because he's been here a lot. But good job.
all
All right. All right, Elias.
I don't mind.
Go ahead.
These are my cucumber sandwiches. Get your
Nice.
hands off of my cucumber sandwiches.
Got like a smog voice going on there. Good. Slow down a little. Indulge more. Again.
These are my cucumber sandwiches. Get your hands off of my cucumber sandwiches.
Nice.
Elias
You're being
has a
steady
great
there.
voice.
Let's a little more like stop and start. A little longer on some words, shorter on others. Feel that out. What does that feel like? One more time. Go ahead.
These are my cucumber sandwiches.
Slower.
These are my cucumber sandwiches.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. All right. Shannon, go ahead.
These are my cucumber sandwiches.
Nice
Keep
gesticulation.
your hands off my cucumber sandwiches.
All right. Nice. A little more. If you could, do you think you could center yourself? You're moving your hands and being rigid. See if you can move more fluidly as you speak. Not that there's anything wrong with this, but we're practicing configurations here. Try to be more fluid as you speak. Go ahead.
These are my cucumber sandwiches. Keep your hands off my cucumber sandwiches.
Nice. Still a little rigid. You're being like, these are my. See if like these are my. Like really.
Gotcha. All right.
Again. Try it. Takes a little practice.
These are my cucumber sandwiches.
Nice.
Keep your hands off of my cucumber sandwiches.
All right. Nice. You're taking your time now. A little more fluid. Now let's see if we can keep the intonation. Let's hear you really care about these cucumber sandwiches more than anything else in the world. One more time. Try it.
These are my cucumber sandwiches. Keep your hands off of my cucumber sandwiches.
Nice. I felt like I could never take them away from you. All right. Jay, you're last but certainly not least. What do you got?
These are my cucumber sandwiches. Keep your hands off my cucumber sandwiches.
Nice. Got a voice crack at the start there.
Oh,
Not
sorry.
to like nitpick too much. No, you're fine. But a good way to avoid that is to, remember, pull your shoulders back, speak with authority and resonance. That's what we're practicing right now. So slow down, indulge in the words, and let your voice resonate throughout. You should be able to kind of hear it in the back of your head as you speak. Go ahead. Try it again.
These are my cucumber sandwiches.
Bigger.
Keep your
louder.
hands off my cucumber sandwiches.
Nice. Good intonation. Nice. Pretend that you're like at a club and everyone around you is really loud and you're trying to talk to your friend. But you don't want them to think you're shouting at them, right? You're not like this! You're just speaking louder than usual. We all know what that feels like, but it's kind of hard to conjure consciously. That's kind of what we're practicing here. See if you can do that now, and a great way to practice it, again, slow down, and if it helps, imagine we're maybe like 10 feet away instead of on the screen in front of you. Go ahead.
Keep your hands off my cucumber sandwiches.
Nice.
These are my cucumber sandwiches.
A little short, a little longer, and a little... Take your time. Slow down, and a good way to slow down also is to gesticulate. do wide motions, as if you're like conducting an orchestra, perhaps. Take the time and really enunciate. Make your mouth big, wide, like you're controlling an orchestra. One more time. Try it.
Keep your hands off my cucumber sandwiches.
Nice. Other line. These are
Oh.
my.
These are my cucumber sandwiches.
Nice. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. We'll keep practicing as we go, but I want us to think of this as the baseline. You know, when we're working on voices and we're working on where can we take a character, if we make the default this, then you know you can make a more powerful and authoritative character by giving yourself a barrel chest and maybe adjusting your jaw and furrowing your brow or whatever. But you can also turn into this, and this makes a huge difference too, right? So if we just keep this as the baseline with the projection, then we're having full control of our body, and we can constrain it or empower it as we please. That was some like raw theater mechanics and stuff. Pretty quickly here, we're going to get into like integrating this into roleplay, which is really what matters. But I want, you know, these are things that you can practice by yourself, right? You can even record yourself if you want, but if you just want to, like, while you're doing the dishes, these are my cucumber sandwiches, and, you know, enunciate. If you can hear yourself echoed off the wall back at yourself, that means you're projecting. And also gives you some immediate feedback. Okay. Any questions about, you know, all of that practice we just did? Body as an instrument. Did you feel anything awaken in you?
The real trick is applying this when I'm on a stage, because it all goes away when I'm in front of a bunch of people on a stage. Everything clams up and tightens up.
Yes, and that's why I'm really hard on the gesticulate, over enunciate, because it helps us hear you, and it's good for mechanical reasons. What? Why are you sorry? Don't be sorry. I'm not. It's not a call out of anybody. But it also forces you to slow down. I think one of the concepts maybe we can keep in the back of our heads for today is an old clown concept or exercise that you have an internal rhythm. And if you believe in that rhythm and stick to it, then everything you do will be at that pace. And once you start to recognize it, you can also slow it down and speed it up as much as you'd like. But we kind of want to make it subconscious. So, let's move on to the next thing. Let's do some physicality, all right? There are lots of different ways we can move the body around, as we just discussed. So we got posture, which we kind of went over, right? Not just your shoulders, but also the positionality of your arms, and so on, but also the position of your brows, how wide your mouth is, whether you're talking out of the side of your mouth or the front of your mouth, whether your nostrils are flared, and even, if you can, control the back of your nasal cavity like so, and pull and stretch that muscle. You can make a very different voice depending on what kind of sound you want to produce. It's not even getting into things like pitch and speed, which we'll get to in a moment. All right? For now, I want to do a Keith Johnstone exercise. You'll hear me talk about him a lot. Yes.
One quick question for you. Like when you were doing the nasally thing and all of that, I find I can do those things when I'm not thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
When I think about doing it, I start to struggle.
Yes.
With making it sound the way I want it to sound. Yeah.
So we're practicing this explicitly right now. And if you'd like, I don't know if, I don't want to dive too deep in the weeds because we could take up a whole workshop just workshopping a singular voice for each person or whatever. But I find it's much more helpful to practice just being spontaneous in front of other people with these choices. This is why I go so hard in physicality, because we're not even in pitch and speed and accent and whatever. And, you know, you could move between a bunch of different accents and you'd have to think consciously about it, right? But if you Instead, tie it to a physicality, a position of your body, or an expression, or even like a movement. Now it's subconscious, right? So every time I want to sound like Gringo the Goblin, I can just move back into this position, and I look a little frightened, and I have my eyebrows up. Now I'm doing a bunch of things there. I'm adding rasp and pitch, and I'm adding an accent, and I'm speaking at a different speed. You know, that's why. So that's actually what we're just about to practice. Is making those spontaneous physicalities. I'm gonna tell you them at first, and then I want you, and then I'm kind of gonna make it freeform. All right. So let's go in reverse order. Jay, this is a good old Keith Johnstone exercise. All right. I'm just gonna interview you here for a couple minutes, but I'm gonna give you a specific physicality, a very weird one. And I don't want you to overthink it. I want you to follow your first instinct as to what it should look like. All right. So I want you to have a sleepy nose. What does that look like? Really, really indulge in it. Let's see your body transform, if you can. All right, nice. Yeah, and you're leaning forward. Nice. And how does it look like when you move? When you're moving around, what does it look like?
Kind of slow.
Okay. Great. All right. Hi there. We're here with Jay, who is here to tell us about their new cake recipe. Jay, how you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
That's great. What's your favorite kind of cake?
It's gonna have to be chocolate and raspberry.
Chocolate and raspberry. Nice. What about strawberry cakes? How do you feel about those?
They're good, but they can be a bit too sweet.
Right. Nice. So you can stop. I saw like there's a brief regression to the mean, and then you reminded yourself to be like, no, I have a sleepy nose again. Which is good. That's what you should be doing. Just to demonstrate, we're going to do the opposite now. So I'm going to give you another one, and I'll continue the interview. All right. Let's see jumpy eyebrows, shall we? What does that look like? And let this inform the rest of your character, of course. So, got jumpy eyebrows. Nice. What does it look like when you move around? Okay, back to the interview. I've heard about your world-famous souffle.
Yeah, it's like a vegan souffle, and it doesn't have eggs or milk or whatever in it, and it inflates really quickly.
Nice. Here, just to follow the jumpy eyebrows a little more, let this inform the rest of your body. What is the rest of your body doing while you're talking? I'll ask you another question. Do you ever add eggs to any recipe?
No, I'm deeply allergic to eggs, so I can't add eggs to anything, ever.
All right, back to sleepy nose. And if you had one cake you would never eat again, what is it?
If I had a cake I would never eat again...
Jumpy eyebrows.
Then it would probably be something like
sleepy
a fruit
nose.
cake. Because fruit cakes just don't taste that good.
Okay, nice. There we go. Good job. And I think we all got the principle now of what we're doing here. Thank you, Jay. All right, Shannon. Similar principles, all right? Let's see some, let's hear curious ears. I'd like to see some curious ears. What does that look like? Yes. You're eavesdropping. Very active. All right. We like it. Hi, welcome everybody. This is Shannon. Shannon is here to tell us about the top 10 ways to get a date in New York.
Yeah, just gotta, put yourself out there. Yeah, kind of.
How many dates have you been on, Shannon?
Here and there, thereabouts. Yeah, you know.
If you had to give one bit of advice to all the fellas out there watching, what would it be?
Yeah, man. Listen. Gotta listen.
Yeah,
keep your head on the swivel.
All right, now let's see tight shoulders instead. Tight shoulders. All right, and from now on, when I say switch, I just want you to switch. You get the idea. All right, tight shoulders. If could we do some role play here? What if I was somebody you were on a date with? How would you open?
How's your day? How's your day? How's it going?
It's great. I had a long day at work, but now I'm here with you.
Oh yeah, good, good. It's good to see you. I've been really
Switch.
looking forward to this. Yeah. So, what did you do today? Did anybody follow you here? What's the plan?
I thought we were going to this restaurant. O'Malley's?
Oh, cool. You know what? Just in
Switch.
case we want to, yeah, I really don't do Irish food that well, so
All right, we're good. Just to emphasize what you were talking about with the nose thing. This is a great way to physicalize it to being tight, right? And what else do you tighten up? You could tighten up this nose. Can you sound like you have a cold like this?
see if I can do it now. All right, yeah. So if I tighten it up, that's not quite right.
Sometimes it takes some practice. We might not know what it sounds like at first. You actually have a bunch of muscles back here, right? You might be falling into the trap of sounding like Kermit, which is actually a tightening down here, right? Yeah. And then you can tighten down here, and that makes a rasp. But if you tighten up here, then you get that kind of nerdy voice, right? You might have to, there's...
Maybe if I try and sound like Urkel.
Oh, there you go. What was that? Yeah. Do it again.
If I try and sound like Urkel.
Yeah, great. Urkel. So think about Urkel. Now tighten up your shoulders. Yes.
Yeah. Now, so I'm trying to sound like Urkel. I'm looking for Laura.
Or a deviated septum. Yes, that's another thing to call it. But breathing through the nose, yeah, it can be hard. You're just blocking up this whole vessel. And once you know what this sounds like, right, you can get really fine control, so you can let it loose, but you can also expand it, and then you get a more breathy voice, too. So, if you want to tie that to your shoulders, right, you could eventually start doing this. Maybe practice doing this while you're in the shower, or something. All right. Elias. We're going to do it with you. All right?
All right.
Let's see, I want to see flabbergasted mouth. What does that look like? Yeah, nice. You got the jaw loosened. We're being dynamic. All right. Good evening, folks. We're here with Elias, who is here to tell us about his trip to Italy. How are you doing, Elias?
I went to Italy, and in Italy, there's so much pasta. It's a dangerous amount of pasta in Italy.
What was your favorite kind?
Rigatoni in a thick, creamy, cheesy sauce.
All right. Now let's see. Let's see. Suspicious eyes. Was there anything else in Italy that really caught your fancy other than the food?
My wallet got stolen about 5 times.
Wow.
I got it back every time because I'm an American and I have a taser in my wallet.
Did they take anything from your wallet?
They tried to, but the trap inside of it went off. When they tried to take things from my wallet, they just felt it around shaking every time.
Switch.
And you know what? I think they could have gotten away with it if I wasn't so vigilant. But I feel bad about how bad I beat one of them.
All right. Nice. Good job. You're good at this. We can see I think it was obvious to all of us how your whole face transformed, and we could hear the difference in your voice too. You tightened up your voice when you got suspicious, and then you really loosened it when you got flabbergasted. And just to indulge a little more, often when people are like, I'm doing direct voice acting coaching, the thing I say the most, I might say it a lot today, is just give me 100% more. So just to see it a little more, can I see 100% more flabbergasted mouth? Make your jaw looser. Blah, 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 blah. Is there anything you, we're talking about Italy. What, did you hike up the Alps at all?
Oh, well, I made it almost about
More.
halfway up the Alps. Halfway
Slower.
up the Alps when I made it there, I fell down the
Move your whole
mountain.
body.
And when I was falling down the mountain again and again,
Slower.
the Italians, they just laughed at me.
Start crying.
They said I was the fat American, and I was bouncing down the mountain, and they just
More.
laughed. They kept laughing at me as I fell down the
Lose your
mountainside.
jaw.
And
You're Mr. Dixon.
as I was falling down the mountainside, they said I was gonna bounce. And I did bounce.
Okay, guys. There we go. Let me ask you a question. While I was being like, 100% more, give me more, were you thinking at all about what you were saying?
No.
See, it's actually the secret lesson here. We're concentrating so much on that physicality that we don't have to think about improvising. And when you stop thinking about improvising, you just say the obvious thing, which turns out to be the best improv you can do. Because that was pretty funny. And engaging. All right. Craig.
Pressure's on.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. Coy fingers. Show coy fingers.
Coy fingers?
Yes.
I don't know. Coy. Coy, not creepy.
Sure. Whatever it means to you, I like it.
I don't
Good
know.
evening, folks. We're here with Craig, who has opened his first ever bagel shop. Craig, how you doing?
Oh, absolutely marvelous this evening. How
Great.
about yourself?
I'm wonderful, and I cannot get over your sesame bagels. What is the secret?
The secret is the toasting. If you don't follow the exact procedure precisely, the proper way, it just doesn't taste the same.
All right,
And of course, yeah.
Let's see angry forehead. What does angry forehead look like?
Angry forehead. I don't need an angry forehead. I need
You want to
less
take a little
angry.
Commedia dell'arte here. Lead with your forehead.
Less angry forehead in my life, not more. What? What do you want me to do with it? Lean with my angry forehead?
Well, let me ask you a question. Are there any new bagel flavors in the works?
All of the bagel flavors.
More, 100% more.
All of the bagel flavors are experimental at this point in time. Why should we go with tradition when we can add? Can I do both at the same time?
Like a chocolate bagel? Wouldn't that just be a donut?
No, because there's less sugar.
Switch.
And the method of the dough gives you it's
More.
a completely different donut.
Let's see the hands.
Yes, more. I don't know about koi, but I can mess with my hands if you want to.
Don't answer the bagel question.
Answer the bagel question is it's all in the rolling of the bagels. If you don't roll and twist and do it with proper love.
Pause here. Your cadence changed, but you were doing this fun little nasal thing while you were being coy before. That
I'm not doing anymore. Do you want the nasal thing back? You like the nasal thing today,
so we're
don't
practicing that physicality.
Yes. Okay. We can do the nasal thing.
Do you use a rolling pin to roll them down? Forehead.
I use a rolling pin for everything.
Everything.
Rolling pins improve life.
Switch.
That.
What? Where do you use them outside the bakery?
Well, I mean, you can make your walk to work smoother, and you can roll over the ant piles.
We can finish. We can end. Nice job. I think you got it. You were jumping back at that. We were getting the full voice at the end. Nice work.
All right. Thank you.
Elena, your last up. Let's see. Let's see. what's the word? What's I'm losing my adjectives. What is it when you're like when you want to run away but you let's see anxious lips.
Okay.
Anxious lips. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Let it fill throughout your body. Yeah, you're being stiff, but your lips are shaking. I see that. All right. Good evening, folks. We're here with Elena, who has just broken the world record for most stairs run up in 5 minutes. Good.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Elena.
Hey, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy.
What was the inspiration behind this record?
Us being chased by a guy with a chainsaw at the time. That was
Wow.
motivating.
All right. Let's see spontaneous arms. What does spontaneous arms look like? This is a very temporal one.
Yeah, I'm thinking spontaneous. What is the
So if you don't know, let your speech guide you here, because it's a temporal kind of adjective. This chainsaw man. Did you have a prior relationship with him?
No, I know that he was like an anime character at some point. No relationship at all. A huge fan though. I don't know why he was chasing me. It was really nerve wracking actually. Of course,
I gave you a tough one here. Let's see staccato arms. That's more specific.
Staccato arms.
Staccato arms. Let's see staccato. Yeah, there you go. Okay, let's keep going. You just met and he decided to help you with this record.
I mean, no, I wasn't gonna. I didn't hire the guy.
More arms.
I did not choose to hire this guy. I don't think anybody sane would. It happened. I was.
Let's find a rhythm. Bop, ba dup, ba dup, ba dup.
I was trying to get. I knew that the record was like I think maybe something like hundreds of stairs, and I could probably I'm pretty fast. I'm quick. I've been doing stairmaster all my life, and it was something that I'd always aspired to be like the first person to actually manage to hit like 280 staircases. Like that's the thing.
All right, nice. The only thing we are changing is the speed. You're staying at the same speed for both. So why don't we go slow on the anxious lips, fast on the staccato, all right?
Okay.
Let's start with the lips.
I like that
better. Who are you dedicating this record to?
Who do I care about who would like this? Oh, I have a...
You don't know?
Oh, there's a guy across the street that would always drink coffee. I liked him, and I'm gonna dedicate this. Maybe I'll go and ask his name and say that I dedicated this.
More arms.
I dedicated this particular triumph in my life to the stranger.
You don't even know his name?
No, I don't know his name. He's a guy across the street.
More.
That always drinks coffee, and it's just kind of nice to see every morning.
Switch.
I like routine. Routine is what made me like actually win this award and actually get up all of those staircases. That's what it takes is routine and habit.
All right. Nice. Good job. Whew, this one's a ringer, right? But good job, everybody. That was like some intense clowning we essentially did there. So I think we broke some barriers. That was a lot. Do we have any observations, or was there? Let me ask this, because this is like an intense one. Was there any point where any of you felt like you entered like a flow state, like you weren't even thinking, you were just there, present, being reactive?
When trying to do the flabbergasted.
Uh-huh. Why do you think that was?
I'm not used to being flabbergasted.
Okay. Nice.
And so it was very much like having to kind of push myself to be there.
Just had to push yourself to be in the moment. Nice. That's kind of what we're trying to accomplish. So glad to hear it worked. What do you think? How do you think you can push yourself in the same way in the future? You might not have an answer. Maybe we'll discover more as we go.
I don't know. I don't have an answer.
That's fine. Here's a hypothesis. we really, it's easy to say like, yeah, I just got to get out of my comfort zone when A, you don't even know what your comfort zone is, and B, that's like the hardest thing in the world to do, right? So
Yeah.
my hypothesis is that it's about being vulnerable. That's what we're trying to accomplish, to put you in that state. And that's a big part of that is focusing on the people you're interacting with. Focusing in on that instead of yourself kind of forces you into that state, being spontaneous and responsive. That's kind of what that's also my way of segueing into our next exercise, which is should have said.
Oh no, this early.
We're gonna do some scene work here. Should we do platform drills before we just to get into it? Okay, you know what? Actually, we're gonna do a little platform drilling. I'm just gonna do a platform drill with each of you just to get you in this storytelling state of mind, so we can have a baseline for scene work, and then we're gonna do should have said. And I'll start with Elias, since you're in that flow state already. We did platform drills last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Shannon and Jay, how this works is me and Elias have 30 seconds, and we need to establish between ourselves who we are, where we are, what we're doing, what our relationship is, and a tilt if we can, something that goes wrong. This is like pure storytelling improv, and it can be as hokey and whatever as possible, but a good way to start is eyebrows up and being physical and present. All right. Ready, Elias?
No, but let's go.
Sure is a cold day out here on the ship, Captain.
Have you seen the gulls, first mate?
Ain't no gulls. No, it's ocean for miles. No land around. But I think we can get out of this pickle, Captain, even though our engines have shut off.
Do we have sails?
Well, that's an interesting question, Captain. We have them, but I tore them up. There we go. Nice. So it's a basic demonstration. I think we got who we were, where we were. We didn't have our names, but that's not too important. What our relationship was, what we were doing, trying to get the ship moving, and then I sabotaged it at the end. That's what we're doing. Nice, Elias. Craig. Ready?
Yes, my son. I'm ready.
Okay. Sure, that's the opening line. Say it again.
Yes, my son, I am ready for you. What
Excellent.
is it that you are seeking?
Well, I was wondering if I could have a $5 increase on my allowance. I'm in grade 10 now, and I think I'm ready to start going out for Slurpees twice a week. Do you think we could, Dad?
$5 is an awful lot, son. What can we do to justify?
Well, I can clean up the living room, like right now. That's time.
Okay. Uh-oh. What did I skip?
We didn't get to the tilt at the end, but we got pretty much everything else. Not bad.
So.
All right.
I thought the
Shen.
tilt was $5 because it's expensive. But
the tilt is something that changes the nature of a relationship.
Well, I was about to
conversation.
I was about to end it with well, you should do that every day anyway, son.
Yes, but that's just arguing again. We might call. I mean, I don't want to dive too deep into tilts because that's not what we're practicing today. But you know, the tilt would be some sort of revelation or
total
reveal.
Shift.
Like, I don't even know why I'm giving you money at all. We adopted you. You should be grateful that you're just here. You know, that's a tilt, right? Technically, the tilt is anything we react to, but you want to set your partner up for success, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Total flip around. All right.
Shannon, you get it?
Yeah.
It's always. Yep. All right. Nice. I'll go easy on you this time. I'll open. All right. We're almost to the saloon.
We got to get there before they catch us.
Billy Joe, I've been doing cattle wrestling for 10 years with you, but I never had a tale like this before, I'll tell you that much.
Man, Billy Bob, this was a good one, but we got to outrun them, and that's going to be it for us.
Mojave Desert ain't a safe place for cattle rustlers no more.
Tell you what, bet you if I shoot your horse, they'll get you so they don't get me.
What? Betrayal! Nice. And 5 seconds to spare. That was efficient. Nice work, Shannon. That was all of it right there. All right, Jay, me and you. Do you want to open or shall I? Okay. Remember, if you mirror, makes it much easier. All right. Let's see here. Almost got the attic. There we go. Come on, let's head on up, Tim.
All right. I'll climb up, Bob. So what are we looking for up here?
We're looking for the old family photos. If we can't prove that grandfather was really fighting in World War II, we'll never get our inheritance.
Yeah, good point. So I'll start looking over here. And what does grandfather look like again?
Wait a minute. You're not in any of these pictures. At time. There we go. Good job. We get the idea? All right, Elena, last one. Ready?
All right, ready.
Okay,
Hey,
you start.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Aunt Kia, you're my favorite aunt. You always take me to Blockbuster. I love Blockbuster.
That's because you're my favorite little girl. Come on, we're gonna watch something crazy today. Austin Powers.
Isn't that weighted R?
PG-13, actually.
Oh,
I know, I'm the crazy aunt.
But we could watch something weighted R. If you were really cool.
Have you ever watched anything rated R?
No. I want my first time with you.
Time. It's very charming. Nice start.
I don't know if the tilt was there.
No, yeah, we didn't get to the tilt yet, but that was fine. I thought that was very engaging. Nice character. All right, we get the idea. This is just getting us in that brain of storytelling, right? We want to establish a platform. Since we're all GMs or role players or whatever, I think we got that baseline already. So this is just get your brain ready. Now we'll hop into the real exercise, which is should have said. So now you guys get to do scene work.
Oh,
I want you to keep in mind that platform we just practiced. It will be really helpful for you to just start off, care about what you're doing, and have that relationship. And I can help out too. But what the actual way this game / exercise works is you start the scene. I'm going to be here watching. And after you say a line, I might say should have said. All right? And I want you to change what you're saying. And I may say should have said multiple times if I'm not satisfied with what you've said. And ideally, it should be something completely different. You know, you might be caught off guard at first and just change the nature of the sentence. But afterwards, see if you can change your reaction, what you care about, how you feel, and so on. Okay, we also got Elena side coaching here with some good advice. Thank you.
He loves doing this to us.
Yes. Well, because it forces you to be spontaneous. We're not doing It's Tuesday this time. We're doing a little different kind of spontaneity.
It's Tuesday.
Oh yeah. Sure.
We're doing changes with stakes. So, for example, it could be like, "Sure is great being here at the store, Jim." Should have said. "I love being at work with you, Jim." Should have said. "I have a banana in my pocket." Should have said. "I love you, and I don't care who knows," and so on and so forth. All right? So don't be afraid to also change your characterization and such. It will probably help you to change your physicality first and let that lead if you find yourself stuck in a should have said loop. It's just my advice. To start, why don't we get Elias and Elena?
Okay.
All right. I can give you some platform to start. Let's do two officials, two bureaucrats, like you're sitting in town hall, you're rubber stampers. Co-workers, go ahead.
Did you see Form 67B? The new marriage form's coming through, and they allow 3 people now.
That's astounding, Archibald. That will be very useful for your arrangement, huh?
It will, but I'm going up to 5 next year.
Going up to 5, the polyamory route. How
Should
are
have said.
things with
Oh, I don't know if it's
on me or him?
Yep, on you, Elena.
Archibald, don't you think that that's a little too radical and strange? How can you split your attention? But you're the one that actually pushed this through, didn't you? Because of your.
Should have said.
So, you really aren't satisfied by Samantha, are you?
Lucille, I'm not satisfied by anyone.
Should have said.
I'm ready to start exploring new horizons. Would you want to join next year?
Remember, if you don't know what to do, react, be physical instead, and let that guide you. Should have said.
How dare you accuse me of not being satisfied?
You were planning on.
Well, your sister is enough for me, so I gotta get another one.
Should have said. You're trying to be clever. Be spontaneous. Don't think about it. Should have said.
Well, I think I'm just gonna get another one.
Should have said. You're thinking.
I'm thinking, that's a problem.
Yeah, and now you're thinking about thinking. It's okay. We're into that loop. Let's restart. All right? We're going to start again. You two.
Same platform?
Same people? Yes. No. Different platform. You are 2 classmates. You're in the study room at the library. Go ahead.
Hey, Charlie.
Start positive. Start positive.
Hey, Charlie.
Sorry,
Thanks
you're
for
good.
helping me with my homework. I'm really bad at this algebra.
Yeah, James. I know that this math is pretty hard for you.
The AP classes are so hard.
Have you tried studying on Tuesdays?
Should have said.
Tuesday?
Have you tried getting help from the librarian?
Should have said.
Are you ready to start going after the teacher with me?
Not a question.
I'm going to start going after the teacher.
For Miss Richards, really? I know you've been looking at her a lot lately. She just got divorced, too.
Well, with this much homework, I think she's interested.
Maybe she's giving us lots of homework because she's going through a hard time and she needs someone.
Should have said.
It is a lot of homework. That's why I need so much.
Should have said.
Miss Richards is pretty cute. You think you stand a chance? Miss Richards, yeah, our AP teacher.
Should have said.
I didn't know you liked girls. Oh. I didn't even say anything.
You're thinking.
Oh, stop thinking. Okay. I'm excited to see how our class changes because of all this going on in my life.
You're looking for words.
I appreciate
look for a thing to do that's different instead.
I'm gonna have to use your math book because I forgot mine.
Should have said.
I don't know when I'm ever going to use algebra when I grow up. But, I mean, I'll remember Miss Richards. AP classes are really hard.
Should have said.
James,
breathe in.
I hate high school.
Pick up Great. Okay, good. Nice. Sorry, go ahead.
Wait, what was that?
James, I really hate high school. Charlie.
I have a plan.
You're actually going to implement your plan, though? I don't know if it's a good idea.
It's got 37 steps. You can't go wrong with that
Should've
many
said.
steps. It's not going to go wrong this time. Last time went fine.
Should have said.
Are you ready to help me?
Be specific. Should have said.
So we're going to start by filling her classroom with balloons.
She would love that. It's going to be her birthday this next week. So this is the 37-step plan
Should have said.
to woo Richards. Balloons would be really fun. I love balloons.
Should have said.
What kind of balloons are you thinking? Like balloon animals?
Should have said. Say I have a confession.
I have a confession to make.
Are you really allergic to latex?
Should have said.
Well, I think it's time that you finally told everyone.
I can't do that. Everybody.
Should have said.
Miss Richards is my mom, and it's weird that you crush on her like this. That's why I sabotage all these plans of yours.
You've been sabotaging me this whole time?
Yeah.
Have you been trying to get my attention?
I mean, you're helping me with my homework and you keep talking about my mom, which is weird. Why don't you pay attention to me instead?
I think I need to start over with someone my own age.
Should have said.
Why did it take me going after your mom for you to want to get my attention?
Should have said. No anger. Let
I
your
think it's
physicality
time
guide
to
you.
start over.
Here, stop. Pause. Let's take a moment. Look through your textbook. Put your eyebrows up. Let your face sink. Let your shoulders droop. Relax. Then say it, genuinely and truthfully.
I'm afraid of being with someone who isn't older than me.
So maybe you don't want like a partner. Maybe you just want a mom.
Should have said. Oh, actually, no, I like that. Anyway, sorry, we can actually end it there. We don't have to work on a resolution. That was tough, right?
You should have said before you finished.
Good job. We'll do like, yeah.
Yeah, I like having to start over again and again. It gets me like thinking without thinking.
That's what we're trying to do. All right. Let's do Craig and Jay. Let's do Craig and Jay. So y'all get the idea now. Don't worry, the shoulda said's are there to help you. Remember, if you feel stuck, stop. Choose a physicality deliberately. Let that guide you. All right.
Are we still trying to do the relationship and where and what and flip it?
Yeah, the platform's there to help.
All right.
You should focus on that at the start, but don't worry too much about that. I'm there to should have said you if we stray. That was just to get you in your brain mode of that. Okay. You are inspired by these eclipse goggles I got up here. You are two best friends about to watch the solar eclipse.
I've never seen an eclipse before.
Really? It's pretty cool.
No, that's the scene.
That is the scene. So yeah, the eclipse is supposed to be really cool. It's a good thing we have these glasses, though. I hear you can like go blind if you see the eclipse.
Oh, I don't want to go blind. These glasses, so what are they made of? I mean, I know what they're made of, but
I don't know. It's some sort
Shoulda
of
said.
like whoa, what are they made of?
Shoulda
This
said.
feels really oh, I don't know.
Shoulda said.
These
What are they made of? What are the glasses made of?
magnesium chloride.
that's poisonous.
Well, they are made in China.
Shoulda said.
Well, I mean, Dad recommended them.
Shoulda said.
Maybe we shouldn't use them.
Then how will we watch?
Well, it's too late now.
Shoulda said.
Yeah, my eyes are starting to hurt. Oh, sorry.
Good.
Oh, I gotta stop thinking. Yeah, my apologies.
Good reset. Yep,
That's just
sure, say
crazy.
that.
I can't believe they did that. Which
Great. Keep going.
what have they done to us? It hurts. It hurts so much.
I think I can see something I shouldn't be able to see right now. I think I can see your skeleton.
Shoulda
You're
said.
not supposed to.
I think I can see the
Shoulda said.
spaceship. I can't see anything.
It's like a starburst, but it burns. It burns.
All right. Nice. I think we got sidetracked into the glasses, which may be on me. Let's do a new one.
Well,
Let's
it's all your
see.
fault.
Yeah. Let's see. It's all on me. Let's see a boss and their subordinate, and you're on the train to a work conference. Go ahead.
I'll let you choose boss or subordinate. You can start.
If you don't know how to start,
No?
So
All right. So
no.
let's
let's
oh,
make
right.
this an exercise in Jay. You're on a train, right? So don't even worry about speaking for the first 10 seconds. Instead, look out the side of the train. What do you see? Trees going by, cars. Take that in. Look at that. Then speak. Go ahead.
weather's horrible
React
this
to
time of year.
Great. Go ahead.
The fog that just rolled in is insane. Completely
Oh,
unnatural.
Hopefully it won't cause an accident. I heard there was one of those earlier in the year.
Oh my goodness, an accident on this rail line? I
Shoulda
hope
said.
there's always accidents here. I wouldn't worry about it.
Surely that means we should worry about it. I know you're new at the company, but
Well, there's nothing to worry about at the company.
Name each
Everything's Jill, what's going on with you over there? Everything in my department is just as smooth as can be.
I just think that some of the quality control has gone down the drain. And I mean, this fog, it's getting to... And, I mean, the company really needs to get its work, get its shit together. And we need to start changing things.
Should have said.
We can't let this go on.
Should have said. Stop. Choose a physicality, then speak.
We can't keep doing this. We just can't. I'm sorry, but I've got to bring this up now.
Oh, well, we have to get rid of this guy that we hired.
Should have said.
That you hired Steve last week.
Should have said.
And the team is just running behind.
Same thing.
Can't keep up.
Stop. Look at your partner on screen.
Yes.
Take in what they're doing. Their body language. Something heavy has just been said.
Voice.
React to
you
it.
Want the
it's
voice.
important.
All right. Is it important?
It's very important. Whatever is happening.
Well, The team needs to respond in a more reciprocal.
You try to talk your way out of this, Craig, but this is the point where we need to have a confrontation, right? So
Okay.
let your shoulders sink in. Realize that this has to be the moment. And just don't say. I'm restricting you now. I'm restricting you. All right. You can only say 5 words at a time.
You should fire them all.
Should have said. It's about you two.
Yeah.
It's about you.
I will do better next time.
Nice, but say it again. This time, feel it. Act. Act. Like cucumber sandwiches.
I will do better next time. No.
What? How does this make you feel that you're being confronted? Isn't it scary? Don't you feel small and sad and disappointed in yourself?
Crinkle up
Slump
and
your
come forward
shoulders.
is what you're saying. Yes.
Say it in 5 words.
Well,
say it. Say it real.
It was all my fault.
No, say it real. You're being hokey.
Say it real. Not
Pause.
hokey.
Craig, look out the window. Take 10 seconds. Watch the trees go by. Breathe in. Breathe out. Then say it.
This is not going to work.
I know. That's why we have to stop now before the train gets to the end of the line.
We cannot stop the train now.
Should have said. Define it, Craig. What's wrong? In 5 words.
The team has all quit.
Should have said.
Perhaps next time we can do better.
Should have said. It's about you. Specific.
About me. Specifically me. All right.
What do you think the situation is here? I think it's obvious to us watching. What do you think it is?
I don't know what the situation is here. I'm not watching it. Okay. What's your problem with me anyway?
Should have said. You know it.
So, I'm just gonna keep on lying to you. Fire me. What is going on?
Well,
I don't understand.
Define it. What are you doing? I admit it. Start your sentence with that.
Yes. I admit it. I was the one who stole the men's club fund.
Sure.
I don't know.
Well, yes, I know I helped, but if just because you're going to admit it doesn't mean we're going to get away with it. I mean, I want to get away with it. I know you stole it. I know, but I want some.
I've already spent it all. Gambling.
Should have said.
Should have spoken up before I...
Should have said.
Well, we're going to fly to Rio tomorrow.
Should have said. 5 words, Craig.
I don't want it. You take the money.
Wait, really?
Should have said.
You can't have any money.
Should have said.
It's all going to an orphanage.
Should have said. Make an accusation.
You don't want me to succeed.
I mean, that's not really like the truth. I would like you to succeed. I would just like. I wouldn't succeed. I want to succeed too. We should both succeed.
Should have said.
I want to succeed more than you do. What I'm trying to do matters more.
Pause. Take it in. Physicalize. Respond.
You're right. I don't want you to succeed.
It's always
Not-
been just about you. That's the truth, isn't it?
Everyone has to think about themselves. Everyone has to put themselves first. You would too if you were in my position.
Oh, well. Perhaps I'm just not evil enough to do the things that you do.
All right, we can end that there because then that argument could go on for forever. That was tough.
That
but
was
you
tough.
did it.
Yeah.
Good job.
Beating us up.
Yep.
Smackdown.
Sorry,
Yep.
sorry, Craig. I was brow boxing you because sometimes, well, we'll do notes at the end.
Yeah.
But I think you made great progress. Both of you did actually. Good job, J2. You made some strong decisions. All right,
good.
Shannon. You know what this means? It's me and you, and instead,
Hell yeah.
we're gonna ask the audience to should have said. And you've seen I have just brutally should have said them many times. So they'll probably go easy on you, but they're probably gonna should have said me to help. Ready?
All right.
So any of you, all of you, Jay, Elias, Craig, Elena, say should have said whenever you want, as many times as you want. We'll just have to adapt. Where are we? Who are we? Who are we? Shannon and I. What are we?
Are you asking me or the crowd?
I'm asking the audience.
Audience.
You guys are good friends that just moved to the city.
Good. Nice. Okay.
Man.
Snow globes first.
Yeah, man. I'm excited about this move. This is gonna be great.
You're gonna kill it at university, and I'm gonna kill it on the street. Hey, Jim.
I got you, Bill. You just make sure you look out for some ladies for us.
Wait, should have said.
Yeah, you keep an eye out on our social life. I'll take care of everything else.
Should have said.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the parties, man. Where are we going first?
Always thinking about the parties. Well, I got you, buddy. Tonight, pub crawl. All the way from St. James to St. Eustace. I'm calling it the
Totally
saintly
should have
pace.
said. Yeah.
Can't we just settle down for tonight? You know, I'm exhausted. We moved.
Should have said.
I know you like to party. There's my old razzmatazz, James Amass. That's why I love you.
Hey, man, you know that's what we came here for. We're gonna hit the town. We're gonna tear it up.
What do we always chant on the street?
Now I am in my head.
How about should have said then?
On me?
No.
No.
Yeah. No.
I want to hear what they say on the
Let it
street.
fly. All right. I want to see. Let's see here. Yeah, let's hear it. All right.
Party up! Party up! Party up!
Should have said.
Party up!
Yeah.
Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Let's go, baby! Let's go! Yeah!
Yes, sir.
On the streets again. You know, I was thinking maybe since we're in Hoboken now, we could invite Janine to hang out.
Should have said.
I was thinking since we're in Hoboken now, maybe you could finally introduce me to your college friends.
Yeah, you know, I kind of keep my circles a little separate. So, you know, private life, personal life, public life. I don't know if that's a good idea.
James, we've been living together like 6 years. You talk about these people all the time. I've never met them.
I get it, and I really want to introduce you to them, and I'm a little nervous about that.
She said.
Oh, was that a should have said?
We should have said.
Okay. So yeah, I get it. I'm just I'm just a little nervous about.
Said.
Okay.
Physicalize
I
first.
get that. I do have a little bit of a confession though.
Well, talk away, amigo.
If I say something though, it might change everything.
James, we've been through 6 years together. We made it through that rent crisis, and the landlord didn't even know we couldn't pay. We
Should have said.
remember when we stole that pink flamingo from City Hall and stuck it in our lawn? We got arrested and made it out on bail, and nobody ever came for us. We're still on the lam. Nothing could break us apart. Got it right here.
Should have said.
I hear you, but
James, I love you. Since the
Should've
day
said.
we met. James, can I tell you a story?
Yeah.
All right, we're committed to James. When we first moved in together, I thought your name was Craig for the first 5 years.
Should have said.
James, slap. I'm slapping you. James, fuck you. Just tell me what it is.
No,
I'm in love with you, damn it.
Well, then I should have said it again.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, it's happening again.
This
You're
is
gonna
why I
leave me?
haven't introduced you to any of my other friends. I'm afraid that it's going to show how much I love you.
You. What?
I know.
I think you ought to wrap it up right there myself.
Okay, sure. Craig called it.
Wait, I wanted a resolution, but that's
Did you want more resolution? Yeah.
Well, I mean, there hasn't been a resolution yet.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Should we
I
wait
think
more?
Shannon and I can take the challenge. We can wrap it up. All right.
We can. Mm-hmm.
You have never said I love you even to a romantic partner.
Because I only wanted you.
Is this a new snow globe?
Don't avoid it. This is what I was afraid of and why I haven't said anything.
Is this us?
Could be.
I love you too, James.
Really?
That's where we're at. Yeah.
So
Okay.
I wanted a resolution.
It was invested. How did that feel, Shannon?
Yeah, it was good once I got into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Once you found the story, right? There was stuff to care about. And now we'll expand the scope here. Whew, I put all of you through a lot of ringers. So I'll ask, when did you feel like panicked, and when didn't you feel panicked?
think when I had to make something an action, that's when I panicked a little bit. So, Elena, when you asked me what do we say on the street or something like that, right? And I'm trying to make that up. It was that was the panicky part.
Yeah, like when you have to think about what you're going to say, that's when I was panicking.
I like it when Corb will sometimes be like, "What's our family motto? What's the mantra we always say?" Like, there's a special phrase that's sometimes brought into a scene, and I'm like, "Okay, special phrase is going to come back, so you better make sure that it's useful."
Oh, I forgot about it. Let's go, baby! That would have been the end. All right. Jay, you said when you have to think about words, it's hard, but isn't that what you have to do the whole time? I guess. The question is, when didn't you have to think about words?
Like, I think the physicality did help, because then it was like, you're channeling what emotion you're physically making, and then you're not thinking about what you're trying to say.
I couldn't have said it better myself. There it is, folks.
I was I'd start noticing like gossip was happening. Like the scene was becoming about a character that wasn't present, and I'd be like, okay, I got to pivot it back to us somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
That's that's your improv training at work.
Yeah.
But that is, yes, that is true. It's hard, it's hard in it's good improv guidelines, policy, or whatever to always make the scene about yourselves. And I noticed both you and Craig were should have setting us whenever we started talking about somebody else. Thanks. Elias, you usually have some insight to give, but you've been quiet this here.
I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about how I kept getting stuck in the should have said loop.
Mm-hmm.
I kept trying to get more clever to get out of it instead of going with what felt right. And like, I'm really bad at trusting instincts on stuff and have to think things through. And I've been thinking a lot about how to get better in that mindset of just going with it and improvising.
Well, that's the problem is that there's no secret to that. That is just a raw skill, right? And that's in actuality what we're here to practice in full. All the other things that we're practicing are just ways to force you to do that until you get good at it. So it's the root of the issue, but I think you're doing a good job. So if you're just being a trooper and trying your hardest, which is what you're doing, you've already won 90% of the battle.
I figure what I'm getting should have said it's because I'm focusing on something that's boring, or I am pushing it in a boring, in a direction that's not useful, or asking questions instead of providing information.
Yes, asking questions is always a folly, but the ultimate purpose of this workshop is to teach like role playing and GMing and stuff. And these are very good exercises for teaching those raw skills, but I wouldn't get too caught up in, the specifics of good scene work. I'm happy to teach that in another class. But for now, I think you all did a great job just surpassing your limitations.
I don't know.
Powering up.
I was getting frustrated when you were asking for specifics when I'd already forgotten about the specifics.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you're like, it's obvious to all of us. And it's like, well, it's not so obvious to me.
So to me, it was obvious that you were having an affair together or something very similar.
Okay.
You're like partners in crime, which you got to eventually.
Totally didn't see it.
Yes.
Cool. No worries.
But we're trying to it doesn't seem obvious.
It's still a good challenge. Yeah.
When we're trying to be storytellers and we're trying to control the scene so that we can make ourselves look good, what we're actually doing is ignoring the offers that are being given, and we're trying to think too far ahead instead of being present. And that's what we're trying to get out of.
Okay.
Right. And that's why we preach. Keith Johnstone preaches so much. Be obvious. Being boring is good. Right. Just following the obvious because you're just being present. You're just being responsive.
Sure.
And a great way to force yourself to do that is to get yourself into trouble. So that's the last thing we're going to do now. We're gonna do some raw GMing practice here. Essentially, this is actually an improv exercise, but I find it as essentially one-to-one with GMing practice. We're gonna do some raw storytelling here. All right. We'll start with Shannon this time. All right. I'm going to ask you to tell me a story. All right. And because we're also practicing making spontaneous decisions, I'm not going to give you any preamble. I'm not going to give you any platform. I want you to just start telling me a story about anything. Doesn't matter. Could be fantastical. Could be about your dog who ate a berry. I don't care. But I'm going to say two things as we go through. All right. When I say more specific, I want you to stop the plot and tell me more specific things. If you're telling me about the dog eating the berry, and I'm like, more specific. The berry was brown and tart, and it squelched in his mouth. It smelled of elderberries, and it let out a small squeak as he bit down his canines. And then, eventually, once I'm satisfied, I'll be like, more story. And then he started choking the dog on the berry. You get it? Pretty simple exercise, but keeps you on your toes. That's what we're practicing.
Okay.
So, whenever you're ready, start telling a story, and I will intercede with more specifics when that time comes. Go ahead.
So, being in the kitchen and preparing food, that's really my happy place. It's
more specifics.
When I was a child growing up, the one thing that always brought us together was food. And
more specifics. What food?
And really food fresh out of the garden. Have to go through and dig up the carrot.
What food? What's the food?
Oh, so preparing this casserole from my grandmother that she taught us all how to cook it, and we had to go in the garden and pull the vegetables and
more specifics. What's them in the casserole?
And so in this casserole, you have onions and carrots and potatoes.
Use your adjectives. What color onions? What types of potatoes?
Okay. We always use the sweet Vidalia onions to give it that extra flavor, and the carrots give it that orange and that pop of color. And, the fresh peas are bright green in this casserole, and once that gets all mixed
in, more story.
And it just reminds me of all of us being at my grandmother's house, and you had no worries, not a care in the world, and it was laughing and fighting and arguing and
more specifics.
I remember this funny story about my two aunts getting into a fight, and one of them dove over the dining room.
More specific. What were they fighting about?
They were arguing because my one aunt was older and she didn't like the way my Aunt Cindy was talking to her, and my Aunt Cindy said,
what did she say?
Yeah, my Aunt Cindy took offense and said, "Fuck you, bitch." And my Aunt Jackie just dove over the table, and they just fighting and scrapping in the middle of the living room.
More specific. What moves were they doing?
After Jackie dove over the table, Cindy grabbed her and threw her down on the floor, and they're rolling around on the floor, and my cousin Tanya jumped into it trying to break them up, and then they end up knocking her into the wall.
This is story. I want more specifics. What were they pulling on hair? What color was the hair? What was the look in their eyes?
Oh no, they were fighting. It wasn't none of this cat fighting stuff. They were punching and kicking and they're screaming and they're cussing each other out as they're fighting.
What were they saying?
Calling each other all kinds of B's and F'ers and everything else, and it was hilarious. Of course, it was serious, but it was hilarious. And then my grandmother came in holding a broomstick.
That's more story. I want more specifics.
Oh, more specific. And
where did she punch? Where did she punch?
punch her in the face and in the body because my Cindy was on top of her, so Jackie is punching her in the ribs, and I mean they were really going at it. And Tanya gets in the middle of it. All right.
More story.
More story. So then, my grandmother comes running into the room and she's mad because they're fighting in the middle of her dining room. She's holding a broomstick and she's about to whack both of them across the head with the broomstick. And she just gets to wailing on them, but they won't stop.
More specific.
So they wouldn't stop fighting after she's hitting on them, trying to get
was the broomstick
up. Oh, the broomstick, it was like the old school wooden broomstick with the straw, none of this plastic stuff. It was straight wood.
Where did your family get it?
So my grandmother, I don't even know where she got this broom, but she always.
Where did she get it?
She would get them from the Roses. That's when Roses was, the big department.
We could stop there. Sorry, you get the idea. Nice job. It's big brain blast, right? Solo scenes are hard. Well done. Elena. You're next. Right. You're muted. Oh. Same thing. You can tell a story however you want. First person, third person, whatever. Go ahead. You know the rest.
Just any story? Just anything? That sounded...
Anything.
Kind of like an anecdote from his life. Okay.
Sure. That was an anecdote's a story.
Okay. So I grew up a Navy brat, living on lots of different bases all across the U.S.
More specifics.
All across the U.S. And these Navy bases were an interesting little enclave, like a socialist utopia.
What were the bases?
Entrenched, and we had Pensacola, Florida. There was one in New Orleans, in Louisiana. There was another in Point Mugu, California, which is the one where our story takes place today. Point Mugu, California is basically like an hour up from Los Angeles. Lots of random Hollywood films would sometimes get shot at Point Mugu because there was...
More specifics.
There's a great... basically collection of interesting squadron and like flight hangars. So parts of Pearl Harbor were shot there, and my dad's squadron got pulled into shoots all the time as walk-on characters.
More story.
And so I basically was a teenager homeschooling in Point Mugu, California, right? And we lived by the beach. And my dad basically would ride his bike over to his hangar every single morning, and I would ride along with him. But the air in
more specifics.
The air in California is very dry. There's a lot of wind, and so my eyes
more specifics.
Chapped. I'd always have like
what's the mean annual temperature in the summer?
Mean annual temperature, maybe like 70. It's warm there, but it's not super bright. Like it's actually a little on the darker end. So windy, sometimes cold. I would basically ride my bike with my dad, and
more specifics.
It was an ongoing joke. You could hear sometimes it smelled bad in the morning because there was a lot of fertilizer that was pushed onto fields around us, like broccoli crops.
More story.
So I recall very vividly riding my bike along with my dad, whose bike would every single day have some new decoration because his squadron would add things to it. Like one day he had pom-poms suddenly.
More story.
And then a hula dancer.
More story.
It was just a funny joke. So anyway, I would drop him off at his hangar, and then I would pass him and go to the beach where I would surf because I like to surf every single morning. But this one day I thought there were a couple of other surfers that were out also.
More story.
Sometimes we would like run. I'd have to be careful because there were a lot of dolphins and porpoises that would come close, and they would actually like get underneath our boards. And so
more story.
We had to be careful about that. But I noticed there was somebody that was like floating, and I was worried that they drowned. So I rushed over to check them out. And I got hit by a wave, like a huge wave. So I wasn't able to get to it. But then I saw it again, and I realized it was bloated and floating. So I got out.
More specific.
It was bloated. It was floating. It didn't. It looked like it might have been an animal or a log, but it was a person. Um,
More
and
specific.
it was. It's actually kind of tricky because in California, in Point McGew, the waves get huge. They get to 5 to 10 feet tall. So I have to sort of like, I can't stop and go over. I need to be paying attention to the waves behind me to make sure I don't get caught up in like driven
All right,
into a
all right.
rock.
So we can end this here.
Okay.
Nice. Story time. More. Craig. Tell us a story.
Yes. I was walking through the park the other day, and I came across a young lady, and she was walking her tiny little gray schnauzer.
More story.
You know, um, I was on my way to see my mother when this tiny little schnauzer came and attacked my bare ankle. You see, I was in shorts that day.
More specifics. What kind of shorts?
I was wearing Bermuda shorts with the flower pattern on them,
Where'd you
ready
get
to
them?
go for a swim. I got them last time I was in Florida at one of those little dollar shops. I think they were $4.99 for the
What
pair of
else did they sell at the
shorts.
shops?
I also brought with me some a snorkel and a mask that I found there.
More story.
Um, as the dog bit me, I fell over, crying like a little girl. Ah!
More specific.
The tears running down my cheeks in utter agony as the dog pierced my skin with its tiny little ferocious teeth.
More story.
After the woman got the cursed little gray beast off of me, I and apologized, of course, but I needed to get to the doctor, so I had to go and fetch a cab, but
More
no
specific.
cabs, uh, no cabs would stop for me because of all the blood pouring off of my
More specific.
exposed calf. And I had to call an Uber.
More specific.
I had to call my friend
More
Jamie, the
specific.
Uber. I had to call my extremely close personal ally and friend uh, to come and rescue me. I was in such pain. My
All right,
my
now we can.
tears streaked
All
in
right,
mud
nice.
across my
We can
face.
we can stop there.
All right.
Nice up and down. Elias. Ready? Tell us a story.
It was December 26th, 1 a.m. The windows behind me had been shattered by bullets. The man standing next to me was smoking cigarettes, dank
More
and
specific.
musty. They had been sitting on the inside of his jacket, wet with sweat, and when he lit them, they took a second to start burning.
More
We
story.
walked in together, bodies scattered around the floor.
More specific.
The advent calendar, the last one had not been opened, and a bullet hole sat in it.
More specific.
The three men sitting on the floor, each were dressed in rivaling gang uniforms, black, red, and pink.
Keep describing.
The officer and I, looking around the room, we found a heartbreaking scene, laden with the paraphernalia of the most virulent drugs we had on the market.
More story.
Here, the 6 men that had been with us outside, waiting in the car, told us to go in and clear the scene. And as we stepped through, we found what they had been fighting over. 1,700 kilograms of coke.
More specific.
It had been brought up on a cheap dinghy, some of it tainted with the water, and each pallet wrapped tightly. They had brought it in by hand, stacking it in the back room.
More story.
Where it had been cut open, we can see where they had been taking lines before the fighting had broken out.
More story.
It was obvious that it began with the first man, the one in black, drawing his weapon and firing it, missing, shattering the windows. Then, the man in pink, he drew a knife.
More specific.
He drew a thin box cutter, which we had used to slice open the chest of the black-wearing man.
All right, nice. Good job. Good pacing.
Mm-hmm.
I like you made the exact joke I was hoping for. I was like, it's always a man in black. Why can't he be in pink? And then 2 lines later, I was like, yes.
All right, Jay, you're last up again. Could you tell us a story?
Yeah. Okay. So it was my uncle's birthday, and the wizard was missing. But
More specific.
the wizard is usually very punctual because it's really important to him that everything happens on time. He's a time wizard. So he always wears grey, and it's just a whole thing, really, that time wizard has to be on time. And if he's not on time, then that means something bad is going to happen. So when
More story.
when it was my uncle's birthday and the wizard was late, and that's when we got started to worry, because if you don't have a time wizard at a birthday party, it's gonna get hectic. You've got to have someone who
More story.
more story. Because last time there wasn't a wizard at the birthday party. They didn't age up at all. They just stayed a teenager forever. I think it's to do with some kind of glitch in our world.
More specific.
I think that if you don't have a wizard at the birthday, then the magic that holds the world together kind of starts to fall apart a bit. It kind of unravels a little bit.
More specific. What is this magic?
Like,
what does it look like?
It looks kind of like a series of cogs, but when you look closer, you can see that they're crocheted, and the fact that they're crocheted means they unravel like little bits, little bits kind of coming apart. And if you tug on the magic too hard, then the loops come detached from one another, and it all falls apart completely horribly.
More story.
So you need a wizard, therefore, and we didn't have one, which meant that we were rushing around looking for a wizard so that my uncle would become an older person. Because otherwise he would just be middle-aged forever, and no one wants to be middle-aged forever. He would be 45 forever, and no one wants to be 45 forever. You want to get to 46 at the very least.
More specific.
So, at the very least 46, because if you're 45 forever, it's just a really awkward number. Like, it's fine to be 45, but it's halfway to 90. It's divisible by 9 and by 5.
Okay, great. Sorry, we can end there. Nice.
Sorry.
Good job. No, why are you sorry?
I don't know.
That was great. Great exercise in justification at the end. That was a good demonstration of that principle, shall we say. You can say anything and justify it later. You don't have to worry about what you're saying in the moment, because you can just come up with, yeah, sure, it's half of 90. It makes sense to you, so it makes sense to us. That's all that matters. And if it doesn't make sense, that's even better. Because now we have a thing that's happening. Good job, everybody. And just in the spirit of should have said, I'm going to let you do it to me now. All right? So you can have your storyteller's revenge. And then we'll end it off, all right? I'll try to tell a story. Please be ruthless.
It's like more details, more story, we say. Not should have said.
More specifics. Yeah, more specifics, more story.
More specifics, more story. Okay.
All right. I was riding through the forest of eaves on a summer's day. The sun was high in the... It was midsummer, in fact, July 21st. The exact day that the king was slain last year, a bloody knife straight through his heart, something I promised would never happen again. The trees sighed as the wind blew through them, and caterpillars dug into the green leaves. I was atop my horse, Bristol. And then we arrived at the castle, where I opened up the door, announcing that I would protect the queen this day, just as I tried to protect the king the last year. But alas, no one was present. The castle had been abandoned entirely. I wasn't sure if anybody had told me, or if everyone had disappeared without their own forbearance.
More specific?
The castle walls echoed as I shouted, with not a body present to muffle it. There was a smell in the air of turpentine and brimstone. I could hear a distant caw, caw somewhere down the hallway, as if someone were calling me, and my heart was drooping. My heart and blood was pumping straight to my brain. My pupils had dilated. So I stepped forward down that hallway to the cawing voice, and I opened the door. Behind it, a small child, no older than 2. She said, "What did you do to everybody?" And I said, "I did not do this, child. What is your name?" "Cynthia. I don't know where my parents have gone." "Me neither," I replied. "But we will get to the bottom of this, Cynthia, for your and my sakes." I ran straight to the throne room, carrying her upon my back, piggyback style. As we passed through the hallways, there were portraits of kings, generals, and queens on the walls. A Ming vase that was gifted to the king by an emperor far off in China. And urns filled with the ashes of every servant who had ever died. They accumulate by year and mark them. 1545, 1546, but the 1547 one was missing.
More details about that.
I remember when I killed my first servant. He had failed to bring me pig's feet. I asked for pig's feet, and he brought me pig's tongue. We slaughtered him there and threw him in the oven until he was nothing but ash. He went right into the 1545 one, alongside 3 put by my king. We have a contest every year to see who can put the most ash in each urn. We color-code it, like those little sand jars.
More story.
In any case, I finally arrived at the throne room. Okay, so we can end that there, because obviously those can go on forever. But there we go. We got the yutzes out. How did we feel doing that exercise? Was there anything that you found made it easier to switch between those, or that made it that made the story more clear?
I think when you switch to more specifics, it's an opportunity to add color that may not be directly related to the story, but it can still help build the story.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I wanted to know what needed to be more specific. Because I you'd say a thing and there were so many different things mentioned, like, okay, but which thing needs extrapolating on? But that's like a writing thing.
It was also really interesting listening to all of them and how each person had their own direction they went to in more specific. It was everyone had their own distinct thought about what it meant to be more specific.
Mm-hmm. What do you think yours was, Elias?
I don't know. I don't remember what I said, because like when I start telling a story like that, it's like the thinking part of my brain shuts off, and I'm just like going from moment to moment, kind of like walking through what I'm actually seeing. And it's like when they go to more specifics, I go to trying to describe what's in front of me.
Mm-hmm. Visualizing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Right. Jay, Shannon, kind of put you through the improv ringer here. I think, Shannon, this might have been your first time doing like improv exercises. Did anything jump out to you over the last like hour of doing this?
Don't think, just do. I think,
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah. It's easier said than done, though, right?
right.
Jay, do you I know you took improv classes back in university.
Oh, they weren't classes. They were just like it was just
like
a society
improv
thing.
club stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you feel anything burbling up from your past while we were doing this, or any skills long forgot? More out of curiosity on my part.
I think the stuff you were saying about like listening to other people and trying to react to that rather than just trying to like, because like if you just try and like come up with something new, it is something new, but it's not necessarily a response that fits.
Mm-hmm. Here's my thesis for we practice some raw skills here, but obviously the application is important when it comes to role play. So my thesis here to present to you is that principle exactly, but when we're running role-playing games, we have a few luxuries of additional offers. It's not just our scene partner, right? We have the dice, make a lot of decisions for us, which takes a lot of pressure off. We have the lore, and that also provides a lot of limitations that helps make decisions for us. And we have our characters, right? So let's think back all the way to the start of this, when I was like physicality to make decisions, right? Using physicality as a route for that. Can always depend on, you can use the dice or the lore or your players to bounce off of, but ultimately it comes down to you to make that decision, and the easiest decision you can make is, my posture is going to be this, or I'm going to frown, or I'm going to go, woo! And I'm just going to deal with the consequences of that decision afterwards, after I commit. And the nice thing about making that your decision is that it forces you into consistency, right? I'm going to be specific. My skin was green and I had tusks in my mouth. And now I'm committed to this, and a whole bevy of character and story will come from that decision. Right? Making that decision in front of other people is scary. It's something you need to practice. But we practiced it today, and I think you all did a pretty good job. So give yourselves a round of applause. Nice work. At the end of my workshops, I like to give notes like I would at the end of a show to my players or whatever, to give you actionable advice, stuff we can actually specifically work on, exercises or whatever you can do by yourself or while you're running a table to challenge yourself. So let's go down the line. Elena!
Mm-hmm.
I think, as always, your improv skills and training shine during these exercises. You are very good at finding the thing to care about. But I think you're putting too much pressure on yourself to explain why we need to care about that thing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like where I think you can make. I think when you're at your strongest, it's when you are taking your time, taking it in, and saying a few words. And I think you put a lot of pressure on yourself with your scene partners or whatever to try and take it all on yourself and explain everything and set them up. But
Mhm.
remember, you can depend on your partner to give weight to the things you're saying, right?
True.
And you can also call them out on that if they don't. Something you can fail gracefully into. Because you got the chops, kid. Just remember, you can take your time, do that object work, take in the scene, then speak.
Okay.
And I know you, and I know you
Yeah.
can. I've seen it. I've seen it many times. I know when you indulge in that, like on Friday when we were doing that the coming out scene.
Oh God.
You
Yeah.
look, but you felt the catharsis there, right? And that's because we took
Mhm.
our time, and there was, and if it helps, you can always think about the objective of your character and so on. But it's a story for another time.
Right.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah, I should pull that into. I think it's so different when you're playing D&D because I have a very strong idea of who Genesis is and what she cares about. When you're doing a scene
mhm,
like here, it's you have to make really big character decisions early on for it to be a good scene. Like I notice I don't pull the physicality into just random should have saids because I'm like, oh shit, this is the platform, cool, and we jump in.
yeah.
And so I don't have time to be like, maybe I talk like this, or I'm like post and you know
Yes,
posh.
but remember, that's the first thing you should do is being, I'm going to talk like this. That's the first decision you make. And then
Okay.
that can inform everything else. Or you
I
do
want to
the
be able to do
diet
that.
status.
It feels
What?
like this. It feels kind of like this.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm doing story
Right?
and I'm also making character decisions. Hmm.
That's what we're practicing. So it just takes practice, but you got to push yourself to do it. And I think you are. So keep it up. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Craig. Uh you're you're a funny fellow. You got that I don't know what else to call it, the great uncle's presence of like, I'm going to tell a story now and you'll all just be enraptured. And I think it's a wonderful quality to have. Uh because you're very good at like being like, "Oh, yes, I'm going to take this and put it together and make a nice little thing." But I think that's also caused you to get too used to relying on that, instead of just being okay with being simpler. So remember what I said about limiting the number of words you use? I think you're trying to be like, ah, yes, and I will explain why all of this is the case. And that's not a bad quality for a GM, right? But if you do that too much, then you're eating up the conversation that should be happening with everyone. So there's a lot of different ways to approach that. It could literally be, I'm going to count the number of words I'm saying, but that gets a little janky. Another way to do it is just kind of forcing yourself into stopping your sentences. Be like, I'm going to say one sentence, and that's it. I'm going to see how they react. And when you are like, I'm going to say one sentence and see how they react, I'm going to put or. I'm going to plan everything for the first offer and not try to explain it anymore. Then you can be reactive when you see how they react, and then you have that conversation flowing again. A little heady of advice, but this is just one of those things where you just got to be like, stop to yourself. There isn't any secret trick to it. But great stage presence as always. Elias, you have an amazing sense of internal rhythm. I don't know where that comes from, but you really pace yourself whatever pressure's on. I think it's like you said because you enter that flow state, right? And that really shone today, especially. You were jumping all over the place, visualizing, being present, and stuff. I guess you're very good at being present. Um, what did you say that you wanted to work on physicality at the beginning? And yes, I think that is one place where you could just add a little je ne sais quoi to whatever your performance is, because you have a great voice and you have a great rhythm, but it's the same rhythm the whole time. That's a good thing for storytelling, but not necessarily for character acting, right? A great way to force yourself to physicalize is just to show more of yourself on the camera. You're quite close up to the camera. We can't see even your like upper arms here. And that means you also, when you're looking at yourself in the camera, because I know we all do this, you can't see what you're doing either. So might just I don't know what the limitations of your space are, but it might just be something to consider is showing more of your arms and taking up this space. Because once you do, not only do you have all this, but you have this. and this also lets you switch characters quickly, and you can move back. Whoop. Hopefully not hit your bookshelf and forward and so on. Be careful. It sounds like really simple advice, but I think this would actually open up a whole range for you that you didn't know existed. So think about it. Shannon, I think you will make a spectacular GM. It takes a lot of guts to like GM once and then be like, I'm gonna go to this workshop and make myself and try to perform with all these like improv lifers. But I think you more than I just think you'd make a great GM. You have a great presence, and I think best of all, you have a great attitude. You're just here and you were excited, and you were not shy at all about being a character, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. This is a huge barrier for most people. So just indulge in that. Remember, you sit back, shoulders back, be strong, be present. You do have a slight tendency to get stiff, I think, and then burst. So see if you can engage in that fluidity a little more. There's nothing wrong with the burst, but if you're not being fluid, then you're limiting half of the things you could possibly be doing. And I think you'll find it'll expand your depth a lot more. Jay, I think you're kind of a sleep hitter here. You start off very subdued, but you have these great ideas, and you know when to put the passion in when it's necessary. It's very British, if I may say, but that's a good thing, And I think a lot like Shannon. I think my main note to you is just to unlock yourself a little. Let yourself be open. Show more of your arms, and just feel that fluidity. Let it in and out, because we saw it a bit here, and we want to see more. And your players will too, of course. And just general note for everybody, it is much more preferable to see you put yourself out there and just try and do the kookiest, craziest, voiciest character you can and be terrible at it than to watch you try to be like really cool and use all your specific improv skills. Just jump into something, just do it. Your players will respond way more and have a lot more fun than you just trying to do like the perfect Irish accent or something. Trust me. That's it. Any questions, observations, comments, concerns, y'all?
Did you give Jay feedback? Did I just blank on that?
I did give Jay. I told them they like quintessentially British and just unlock yourself a little more. That was my note.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was just associating.
That's okay. That was a lot. This was I didn't know what I was expecting with my exercise choices today, but we did a nose to the grindstone session today.
Yeah.
That was a lot. So thank you all for being troopers. Are there any other comments, feedback, whatever?
I was a little nervous when you should have said so early, because sometimes that scares people away. Like people who aren't good at improv.
Is the next session on a Tuesday?
Yes, I've already scheduled the next session for the Tuesday, and that one's going to be full vocal characterization workshop. That's going to be we're gonna sit down and we're gonna workshop character voices and stuff. So if you'd like to come to that, scheduled for this coming Tuesday.
Nice.
I'll ping it right after this. Good. Thanks for asking that. Hey, self-promotion. Anything else, y'all?
No, I appreciate it. This was fun.
Great. Well,
good time. Thanks.
Happy. I like seeing old faces.
Yeah, seeing good old Craig in his great uncle presence.
Oh, geez.
Well, Shannon, Jay, you're welcome to hang around in the Discord, because we do chat a bit too and ask for feedback or whatever. And of course, there's workshops every week. We alternate Mondays and Tuesdays. So if I see you next week, I see you next week. And if I don't, remember, warm yourself up. Don't plan past the first offer. and fail gracefully. Take care. Goodbye.
Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks
Bye,
so much,
thank you.
Resesh.